Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at Shadow Alolan Muk in the current Willpower Cup. Of course there's been a trend, which maybe also I'm a little bit of fault, where we're going to have a lot of fairy type Pokemon, a lot of charm Pokemon, being used in this meta. And as you guys see already, the first team is going to be very likely the team that I also kind of promoted already, the Mudslap Double Charm team. This team is ridiculously strong, but also we're going to have Muk, which can really easily deal with those Pokemon, which is so much fun. We have Shadow Muk here with the bonus of the Shadow Boost, which is really cool because we have also Acid Spray. Acid Spray plus Poison Jab is quite ridiculous, and this is like the one selling point for Alolan Muk over the other Poison and Dark type Pokemon, where we have way too many of, to be fair. Like, holy hell, like there's so many good Poison and Dark type Pokemon. Another one is on the team here as well with the Quillfish. We're running still Mandibuzz, this time around a different one with a little bit better IVs, because I definitely felt the last time around I played Mandibuzz, the IVs really kind of hold me back. I don't have Foul Play here, I have Dark Pulse instead, which I think is actually okay for this meta to have. I was a bit worried about it, but I think it's actually maybe even the better move to have compared to Foul Play. So we're gonna run here one with good IVs, and we're going to be able to win the first battle without using a shield. What I have to say as well, I actually wanted to run the Galarian Moltres instead first. I showed Mosaic State in, by the way, in this lead matchup as well. It's not a bad matchup at all for our lead, so that was kind of silly here by me. This is one of my first battles with this team. I definitely got way better the longer I played with this team. This is something that definitely is something that I noticed as well. There are a lot of mistakes that I did with this team early on, and I was able to kind of balance them out there. For example, again, the matchup of Moltres is not as ideal against the Mandibuzz, because we're going to have Air Slash and Aerial Ace doing neutral damage, while their fast move is resisted. Yes, maybe Ancient Power is super effective, and Brave Bird does a lot of damage, but still we are very, very bulky Pokemon. We have just a bulk advantage, which can help us out quite a bit. As you're gonna see here, we're gonna lose alignment, which is really not ideal, and it's going to maybe cost us the battle here as well. Let's find out. We're going to have the Gardevoir, we're going to have the Drapion here, and this is not looking good for us, and it is all kind of due to us, playing out the lead wrongly, and this is something that definitely is something I could most likely win so here if I just played out a little bit differently. But again, this team still got me up to a 3200 MMR ranking here right now, which is really, really good. I think I went 6-4 with this team in total, and again, like this battle here, for example, would have been something that I could have won if I played a bit differently, but sadly I have to forfeit now. And it's really important to be honest with yourself when you play the Go Battle League and see what issues do you have, which ones do you not have. Here, for example, we're gonna see again a team, like it's kind of unfair maybe. Like I promote one team and I kind of hard counter it for the next one. But like this is the thing as well. I saw like a lot of people complain, oh, why are you kind of promoting this garbage team? Why are you gonna promote this double charm line there? It's not that you cannot counter it. Like, you can literally either play it, which is a very strong team, which we see here all the time as well, and get a lot of elo with it, or you decide to counter it. And I decided to counter it for this one because I really want to take a look at the Alolan Muk, because I don't know, like I feel like this is such a cool Pokemon for me. I really like Muk in general as a Pokemon. I really kind of find it sad that this Pokemon doesn't have as much of a spotlight. I'm really curious if there would be a move that this Pokemon could learn that would make it a little bit better. A cheaper Dark type move would have been definitely really, really cool for it. I'm not too sure if Brutal Swing would be available for it. I know that Crunch would be already an upgrade for the Alolan Muk, but as you're gonna see here, we're still going to be able to win against the next opponent there, as again, kinda a double charm team there. This time around, we're going to have the Charm on the lead, which is a little bit annoying, but we're going to get the Claydol out, and the Claydol is going to be forced to use a charge move against me or a shield in order to have any play against me as well. I actually know this opponent as well. I met them several times already at regional tournaments, so shouts to you. Always nice to battle you. I battle you anyway a lot of times in the Go Battle League. I think they are from the Netherlands, but yeah, anyway, shouts to you. I know you, of course. And as you're going to see, the Ice Beam coming through against us. Not really ideal, but it's okay. We're going to be able to play this one out. And Alolan Muk actually does learn Brutal Swing. So Brutal Swing would be something that I would like to see on this Pokemon. Would make Alolan Muk definitely way, way better to use. And maybe then even would allow a different kind of moveset of having something like Dark Pulse and not Dark Pulse, like Sludge Wave and Brutal Swing. That would maybe make a little bit more sense as well. Stuff like this would definitely be interesting. But yeah, I would love to see Muk having a little bit more play again, as the typing, of course, is something that it shares with other ones, so it has to kind of stand out a different way. Currently, it stands out a little bit with the Acid Spray. The opponent really played this battle very, very well. Definitely well played so far. I can still go for a Dark Pulse to at least knock them out here. They're gonna go into the Claydol, they're gonna swap out into the Mandibuzz. And yeah, sadly just gonna get walled here at this point of time. There was not really a lot that I could do here against the opponent's Gardevoir. Gardevoir is gonna be able to knock us out here, and this is going to be a very good game. So this was a loss there that I could have not really avoided. Let's see, next opponent. Oh wow, we're going to have a Mud Slapper and we're going to have a Charm User. And like we are at high ELO range. Like this is the top tier ELO range here right now. And it is so funny to just completely destroy all of those fairy type Pokemon with our Alolan Muk. It's just so much fun. Like it's just so much fun to completely wreck them with this one. So if you want an anti-meta team, this is kind of what you want to run. Of course, you're going to have already like some meta Pokemon in there as well, like Hisuian Quillfish. By the way, I actually built both Hisuian Quillfish and the Alolan Muk for this video, so would appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This was a very expensive team, but of course investing stuff into the future is always kind of nice, and we have great IVs on both of those Pokemon, so I'm quite happy about this one. Hisuian Quillfish is going to be able to go for an Aqua Tail here as well against the opponent. Hisuian Quillfish definitely also kind of worth getting if you don't have a Drapion yet. Like Drapion is going to be basically the same, but a little bit better most likely. You have Ice Beam coverage, which makes it a little bit more unique, but here, as you're gonna see, easy victory against those double charm lines. So what do you do if you're going to encounter a Manabus in the lead? What I would do is I would try to force them to go for a charge move. If they go up like we see it here, you might want to go for a charge move as well, and your goal is kind of here to get as little energy on the opponent as possible while not also getting too low on your Mandibus. You kind of want to keep your Mandibus around. There's some Pokemon where you maybe gonna need it. And as we'll see here, the opponent should have 3 fast moves now still. And we're gonna swap out into our Quillfish, but they swap out into their Drapion. And here's the awkward thing. Because they went for a charge move, they're going to be able to swap out for free. Because I didn't go for the charge move, I needed 1 extra fast move, or like 1 extra turn there. And this is really, really bad. As we're gonna see here, we're gonna be able to go ahead and go for the shield. Shield coming up, we're gonna see our Aqua Tail coming through, and we're gonna try our best here to still knock out the opponent. But again, we're like this 1 fast move behind the opponent, so we have no chance of really aligning ourselves. And so we're swapping out here. We're gonna go for the Aerial Ace against the opponent. We can still take an Aqua Tail on our Manabus as well, but let's see what they're gonna do. We're gonna see the charge move going through. I think they got a free fast move in there as well because of a little bit of lag there. But it's okay. We're gonna see the Manabus coming in. We're gonna be able to get some damage onto them. The the Drapion should be kind of in a range where they should not have enough energy to get to another move. But of course, the Manabus here is going to have a lot of energy still left. They're going to use some energy here, and I'm going to rely fully on my Alolan Muk. Hopefully, it's going to be enough to knock out the opponent's entire team here. It's going to be very, very close. They're going to go for 1 charge move here. Aerial Ace, not too worried about it yet, but I can get a lot of energy here. Hopefully, they don't get to another move. They do not. And let's see what they're going to have in the back. It's going to be the Hisuian Quillfish. And this is like the one issue as well that I have with this Pokemon here. I wish that Alolan Muk would have a little bit of better coverage move, and so we're sadly going to lose here. Like, we would have access to Gang Shot on this Pokemon, which is also like an idea, I guess. I don't think that there actually is really a need to have a Dark-type coverage in the current meta, because if you think about it, yes, they're going to be Psychic-type Pokemon, but the only Psychic-type Pokemon that you see are Psychic Fairy-type Pokemon, so I don't really think there is really a need to have Dark Pulse. So it could be even an interesting play. They go for a Alolan Muk with Acid Spray, Poison Jab, and Gang Shot, and I think this would actually have a lot of potential to just flip matchups that you usually would not be able to flip, as opponents would not be really suspecting you to go for something like that. So if you want to be a little bit spicy with this team, I actually do think that Gang Shot has a lot of potential for this one. The only way we really would like to have Dark Pulse, I guess, is against Claydol. Claydol is like the only Pokemon where you kind of would like to have it, and that's basically it. I'm just looking through the meta a little bit. There's still Cresselia, which I have seen I think once total, which is also a Pokemon where of course Dark Pulse would be great, but there's basically next to no other Psychic type Pokemon that is not Fairy type as well that's really, really decent here. To be fair, I'm a little bit curious if like something like Victini has some play as well. But anyway, let's move on again to the bells. We're going to see here the Crunch coming through from the Drapion. I don't know what they're running that they have Crunch on it. Did they run Sludge Bomb on it? Bit of a weird one. I feel like Aqua Tail is really needed on Drapion here. Aqua Tail is definitely one of the best things that you can go for. And here, as we see here, the opponent goes for a charge move with their own, Skuntank. They go for the Crunch. They're gonna get the drop off on my defense. And I can go for another Acid Spray to try to get their shield, which does work out. And so we can hopefully farm them down. We cannot. I want to go for the charge move, which you saw there as well. The game still went for an extra fast move, which is really annoying because now I have to use a shield. I swap onto the Drapion. And this might actually change quite a bit because I really would have liked to have the shield still for this matchup as well. And so, yeah, I'm not too sure we're gonna be able to still win this one. They have Sludge Bomb back here on it, which is hilarious. We can go at least into our Qwilfish, get a 1-3 fast move, in comes his Skuntank, we still win the battle. But yeah, could have been a little bit easier for us as well, but we can move on to the next opponent. So, you have Manabus against Annihilate. Great lead for us, and let's see on how the opponent's gonna play this one. Annihilate, a Pokemon I kinda want to take a look at as well, but most likely more in the Ultra League. We're gonna see here that I again have some lag while I try to go for the Aerial Ace, and now I overtap by 1. Great stuff there, thanks Niantic. Does it really matter? I don't think so, because an Aerial Ace would have never knocked them out here anyway. And apparently, after this charge move here, they either close their app or I don't know, maybe they got a delivery or something like this, because they never came back. And so, as you guys see as well, I'm going to cut the gameplay. We're going to be, of course, able to win this battle here. Yeah, it would have been the most ideal win anyway for us, because we had such a great lead there, and the backlane was, I think, like 2 Dark and Poison-type Pokemon. A bit of a trickier one, it's going to be Pawniard. Pawniard is going to be... It's such a weird one, because Pawniard is going to be a Pokemon that basically resists every single thing on this team, other than, of course, the Awkward Tail from the Qwilfish. But also Pawniard is not a Pokemon that can really take a lot of hits, and this is going to make a difference, as you're going to see here as well. The opponent is going to be able to go for another charge move, but we already get them really, really low, just with resisted hits, which is kind of weird. And this is the only Cresselia that I actually saw at all. And so let's see on how this is gonna go. We're gonna see the Awkward Tail coming through. We're gonna try our best to go for another Awkward Tail afterwards as well. Let's see if this is gonna work out or not. Awkward Tail going to be able to get them kind of low, and we will see here as well that the opponent is going to be able to go for the Grass Knot, get the shield from us, and we decide to swap out into the Muk. Yes, they're going to be able to go for the Moonblast. Yes, they're going to do some solid damage against us, but it is not going to be too crazy as well. As we will see, the Manabus is coming in. Manabus is not going to enjoy at all that we're going to be able to go for that Acid Spray here. As we will see, the opponent is going to have to take a Dark Pulse here as well. This is going to be definitely doing some solid damage, I would say, and we will try our best to go for the full farm on here, but the opponent still gets done on charge move. It's going to be the Aerial Ace, and we try again to fully farm them down. Let's see on how this is gonna go. The opponent is gonna go for the Aerial Ace again to get some damage onto us, and they go back into the Pawniard. You have to somehow get rid of this Pawniard. I am not too sure if this is going to work out for us at all, but let's see on how this is going to be. We're going to have the opponent going for their Exeter. We can swap out of here. We can go for an Awkward Tail. Awkward Tail is coming through. This is hopefully going to be enough to knock them out. Let's find out. It is not going to be enough, because they use a shield, and we sadly lose the CMP tie here as well, which is a really, really awkward as well here. As the Night Surge is coming through, we're going to be able to go for another knockout. And yeah, let's see, the opponent gonna get knocked out here. They still have 2 Pokemon left. This one is the Cresselia. I can still go for the Awkward Tail, but it's looking really, really tough. Let's see if we still have a chance here of winning this one. Awkward Tail is going to connect. We can swap out, knock out the opponent, and they decide to forfeit here. So, let's take a look at the next opponent. It's going to be the Qwilfish coming in. Qwilfish, we're gonna try our best here to go for a charge move as well against them. Let's see on how this is gonna work out. We're gonna have the Aerial Ace coming through here. The Aerial Ace is going to allow us to get some nice damage onto them. They are not really bulky anyway, and now an Awkward Tail hopefully is going to be enough to knock them out. Let's see if this is going to work out for us. Awkward Tail coming out from the opponent. Looks kind of like what they have left, but they decide to catch it on a Drapion, which, to be fair, doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't really matter, because as we will see here, another Awkward Tail is coming through. Like, it's like we would have went for it anyway, so like it's not really that they caught like a move like that's crazy different or whatever to what anyway would have happened there. But we still decide to use a shield here. It's going to be a crunch coming through. We're gonna swap out into the Manabus. We're going to be able to completely farm them down here, hopefully as well. We're gonna try our best. The Manabus is coming back in here, and this is going to allow us to go for the Aerial Ace, get them a little bit lower. We try our best to go for another Aerial Ace here. And yeah, it's going to be, of course, the matchup that everybody doesn't really like, to be fair. And yeah, as we will see, we're gonna still get to another one. At least we're gonna be able to get a lot of damage onto them. And now it's down to the Alolan Muk to win this battle. We have 1 HP still on the Manabus. Maybe we can use it as a shield later on as well. But as we will see here, we're gonna try our best to go for the full farm down. It does not really work out at all. The opponent goes for another Aerial Ace, and we're gonna get lower and lower, and they're still gonna get to another one as well. And this is going to KO the opponent. Let's see how this is going to work out for us. Acid Spray on the CMP tie, it is not, and this kind of seals the deal. Like, this is gonna seal the deal. We just don't have enough power left here in us to really have a chance of winning this one. We still try our best here. Qwilfish is coming through. Unless I maybe can catch a move, I guess there might be something possible. I'm not too sure. It's going to be very, very difficult. And yeah, as you will see, we're going to try to go for another catch, which works out really, really nice for us. And as you will see here, the opponent is going to be able to go for most likely no shield, I would assume, and most likely should have went for a little bit of extra energy as well. And they're gonna go back into the Drapion, and they have a charge move, and so yeah, there's nothing I can really do here. Still, this team was lovely. This team got me up to 3,200 MMR, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.